There was a part, I'm not lying, y'all, there's a part where he opened up his legs like this, and a dude just came out. Like, did you remember? I was like, what kind of black witchcraft is this? And it was like the dudes, like he just came out and did this, and then a bunch of like 4 guys came out from behind him, lubed up.
Yeah, like they were, before the music started, they were in the middle of a human centipede.
Yeah, exactly. It was about a month or so ago. It was a nice "what the is this" moment on the internet. And that moment was people just going through YouTube, and all of a sudden they said, "Is that Will Ferrell dressed up like a gay Thor? Playing keyboards with Rachel McAdams? Looking like a new wave 80s mall rat?" That silver members only jacket, all that glitter on her face. Singing about a volcano man? You know, that "what the moment" really didn't last that long. Because people just kind of like, at first they're kind of like, "What the fuck is this?" And then they quickly said, "Well, it's just Will Ferrell, being weird."
Yeah.
Again.
Never mind, walk away.
Everybody looked at this and just said, "Well, you know what? He, just like everybody else, he been quarantined and stuck at home too long." Got bored and just started doing some weird shit. Called Rachel McAdams to come over here and do some social distancing stupidity with him. You know, nobody thought. Everybody thought like it's just weird. Well, Will Ferrell being stupid. Yeah. Like he does sometimes.
Yeah.
Nobody stopped to think that maybe this would be for a movie. They thought Will Ferrell just at home just making YouTube videos. just got bored. They trying to be on TikTok. He trying to be a TikToker over here and shit. That's what this odd music video was from, man. It was marketing for a movie that was coming up on Netflix called EUROVISION Song Contest Story of Fire Saga. The story of Fire Saga. You know, there's many. The origin. There's many documentaries out there about Fire Saga, but this is the one. This is the one right here. Y'all probably talking about, what does this shit have to do with anything? What is this? Is this gonna be a whole? Is this gonna be a whole a whole movie looking like he's from Eternia or something? Looking like He-Man and shit. You know what is this? The movie has to deal with. Yes, we do have Will Ferrell playing a European person from Iceland. He plays Lars. Him and his childhood friend Sigrid. They were friends in Iceland who grew up together, brought closer together with music. And it did a miracle for them. Cured his depression. Mm-hmm. She was a mute, made her talk. Mm-hmm. She saw it and said, "God damn, I want to do that." Music with them together was truly their destiny. Only problem, they suck. I mean, not bad enough to where they can't perform at bars for somebody's birthday or something. Yeah. But as far as being in an international contest out there with the best of the best, no, f that. Take your ass home. No. You shouldn't even be. How did you even get in?
I'm sure there's a karaoke night at a bar down the street. You guys get over there.
The only reason why they have a career is because they play at the only place in town to go.
Yeah, they live in a tiny town.
People even tell them, "So you gonna be at our show tonight?" They're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna be at your show. Where am I gonna go?" There's only one place to go, and unfortunately, you were there. But due to some circumstances that work in their behalf, they end up being the only band out of everybody that was going to represent Iceland. Something happened where they are the only band that can represent the country in this international contest. Was it worth it? Does Destiny really, really have a musical career in store for them? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for European Song Contest. Here.
So, you might think that I'm drunk, but I am dead sober.
Idiot.
Officially,
that's a good man. Yeah. About 40 years too late.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, no, your parents are supposed to nurture your dreams, not their stupid dreams.
No, hell no. like that's just some shit where like, I know you're my son, but you ain't gonna make me look stupid.
Right.
That's your fucking mind. My bitch, you were 50-something years old, still looking like a goddamn glam rock in my house. Get the fuck out. This shit, if it didn't happen already, it ain't gonna happen. That Icelandic ship has sailed, my friend.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hundreds of performers and a worldwide audience of 180 million.
I gotta tell you, that's the best looking.
I know, his teeth gritted, his eyes winced.
That is some of the best acting I've ever seen. I should have never had this. I never even wanted him. He's dead. He's fucking dead when he comes back.
Just like I said.
I'm not a man who believes in abortion, but god damn it, I never wanted that man. I mean, the whole bar can feel that.
Very light, like silky kitty fish in marshmallow boxing glove.
Before I get into telling you about the movie, I told my wife I watched the movie, and she said, "What are you watching?" I didn't get too far. All I said was, "I'm watching EUROVISION Song Contest." She's like, "You're watching Eurovision? Oh, you're trying to learn about me." She thought I was really, because we just had this talk about trying to learn more about Europe, about her, and she's like, "Oh, did you hear something about Turkey beating Eurovision?" Oh, you know, I said, how am I gonna break it to her that I was watching a Will Ferrell movie? That I was not being cultured at all. And but I just sat back and she went on to tell me about how Eurovision Song Contest, how it's a real thing. That, you know, they have it, and what they're doing in the movie is you get all these countries who they bring out their best talent. It could be somebody new. It could be somebody who's a superstar. Yeah. The big rule is that the country cannot vote for themselves, and they have to have an original song. So they, you know, when they come out, it has to be written specifically for this. And when they do it, all the countries put their vote in for who they think is the best. You know, like I guess it's like the Olympics of pop music or some shit.
Yeah, they are the World Cup.
I've seen Will Ferrell in a few movies that I like, but you know, a lot of times I tell you, I just don't get very enthusiastic when I hear that there's a new Will Ferrell movie out there. Now, early on with this, you know, I'm looking at Will Ferrell in here with his 50-year-old ass still living with his dad at home, dressed like a fucking 20-year-old cock rocker, wearing makeup and shit and all kind of suits that he's probably too old to be trying to wear. And I'm like, oh, here we go. This old man-child shit again. You know, every fucking time. You know, and that's his formula. Mm-hmm. Playing man-children. Like whenever he just needs a buck. Yeah. Whenever he needs money, he just says, let me just start tearing up shit and screaming and hollering, acting like a big ass mentally challenged person. You know, I'm really fed up with that formula, man. And it's been wearing way more thin lately, especially with that Sherlock Holmes movie that he did, where it's nothing. It was nothing but him screaming and yelling. Yeah. But when I watched this, I noticed that something was particularly off with this movie, and I sat back and I realized, I said, wait a minute, I'm not annoyed. By the time we get to the 15-minute mark and a 20-minute mark in a Will Ferrell movie, I'm done. Yeah. I'm like, I already know where this is going. Yeah, I mean, it's the same movie we see every time. Shit, even Ron Burgundy at one point just started acting stupid and knocking shit down and everything. Will Ferrell at some point is going to do that. It's just a given. He tried one time to be a serious actor. No, two. Twice. Two. And he's like, you know what? This just don't pay the same kind of money as it does when I just act a goddamn fool, an idiot. He wasn't yelling. He wasn't screaming. And as I said, man, the other thing is, it helped that his dad was there. helped that his dad was there not taking his shit. You know, pretty much told him time to stop being stupid. Told this man this at his mother's grave. Gently trying to tell him your mother would be so disappointed in you.
Yeah, you got to move out.
You got to get the out. Actually had me laughing, man. I wish I could have got the scene for you. That first idiot that you saw right here, as in him calling him an idiot.
Dead sober.
Idiot.
Oh, that shit went on for a long time. I'm not an idiot, yo. No, yes, you are. No, I'm not idiot. No, idiot. Yes, you are, idiot. And I was like, yeah, let him know. Let that shit sink in. You should have done this again maybe 30 years ago, but better late than never.
Sure. Well, you know, the wife was around then, probably protecting him.
That's right. Leave my baby alone. Shit. Both y'all get on my goddamn. Shit, let's go ahead and find me a side hole. Nah, that's what he wasn't, a lot of movies, he's enabled to be a big ass dumb man child.
And that's what gets you. That's what hits your button.
That's why I like
for you, it's not enough that he's a man child, but when people allow him to continue to do that,
yeah,
that's when it gets you.
No, and some people saying he was great on Saturday Night Live. Yeah, he
was brilliant.
Yeah, let's go back and watch some of those things, and he's an amazing comedic actor, man. But he's just found some shit he can coast on. But in this, they weren't. You know, that's the thing about it. He wasn't acting as loud as he is, and he wasn't allowed to be there. He was not enabled. That's why I like the King of Staten Island. You know, Pete Davidson tried to act a fool at 24 and got his ass whooped.
I gotta tell my mom you tried to drown me. To the above ground pool, you're like 8 feet tall.
Come on and drown your ass. You know, I like it when I don't mind people acting like idiots and man children and women children, as long as, hey, look, don't give me the message like this is okay.
The fact that he was being called on it didn't alleviate it all that much. Like when he's doing the music video, he has these certain actions he does, these faces he makes where he's being earnest but goofy.
I guess the reason why it wasn't really bothering me all that much is because Rachel McAdams. I think Rachel McAdams came in, and I'll give her credit for him being a little bit more held back, a little bit more reserved, man. Because like any immature asshole out there, it usually takes a good woman to settle their ass down.
Yeah.
And Rachel McAdams is just such a good actress that I think she was actually, unlike other either supporting characters or women characters in this movie, I think at one point she said, look, I ain't gonna be taking this shit through this whole film, all right?
You know what? The thing about her is she's consistent with her character.
She is.
All the way through. Now, the accents in here, anybody who doesn't have an Icelandic name, the accents are atrocious. They're embarrassing. And I get like, hey, it's comedy, but I was like, guys, come on, please. You got to put some effort into it.
Yeah.
That aside, she was good about playing along with him, not trying to upstage him, not trying to out crazy him, but also not trying to be the killjoy girlfriend. Because a lot of times when they have a lot of these with the comedian, you get your Seth Rogen. He's the man child who'll do anything crazy, but they has a wife that's always going like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what have you done again? No, she's right there. She's loyal. She's with him, but she's not being goofy.
No, what she's doing is she's actually playing a character that has her own story, and she plays that character without having to bounce off him. Now, since she's holding her own, I think that it gave him something to work with. I think because there are moments, man, where I think they're really good together. I'm actually charmed by their relationship. I think she got him to settle his ass down for a little bit because I think she made him act in some parts instead of just
more than he would have normally.
Yeah,
because you're right. Because normally I think he's in a position where he feels like he has to carry everything. So it's just okay. I'm just do everything that comes to mind and be as goofy and go for every laugh possible, and they'll cut out some of them.
But yeah, they have some real sweet moments together, man. When they actually get chosen to go to the contest, there's a scene where they are. It's like a romance montage where they're just going around the city on bicycle together, a tandem bike, and looking at sights and they're giving each other googly eyes and everything, and it's set to this really pretty piano piece. And then they get to the square where the piano player is. And I'm like, okay, so how's Will Ferrell gonna fuck this one up? And like when is he gonna bump into the piano and knock the guy over, and the piano goes rolling down a hill into an old woman in the crowd or something, you know, for some Adam Sandler type comedy. And piano player stopped playing and looked at the cameras like, I'm done. And that was it. And I was like, oh shit. They're taking it seriously. I mean, as seriously as they can in a comedy, but they ain't
slow down.
Yeah, they ain't doing some dumb shit, you know, for a laugh. They actually, you know what? Like I said, if this had been an Adam Sandler movie, they would have got real insecure at that moment. They're like, we got to make somebody laugh. We got to do something stupid for a laugh. Yeah. No, y'all let a scene actually play out without some dumb shit. I was impressed. I really was. You know, I thought at this moment, I was like, okay, maybe this would be one of those movies, those Will Ferrell movies where he's trying to have the best of both worlds. He'll go in, he's going to do what Will Ferrell does, but he realizes I have to pull back a little bit. I don't have to be desperate for it. And then they had the first musical number, and and he was late for the stage, sitting up here.
Oh, all that goofy shit you didn't get before? You didn't know they were saving it?
I didn't, man.
You know how we start a show and you say like, oh, I got this thing to tell you about. I'll tell you later, though. That's what they did to you.
They didn't just tell me. They came and kicked me in my ass and then turned me around and kicked me in my nuts, too. Oh, you didn't know, huh? Oh, shit. I bet you know now. Don't you ever come here having expectations. Bitch, don't you take it? They kicked me dead in my ass. What you thought? You thought we were going to do some real shit? That's your stupid ass. I'm sorry. That's on you, bitch. I'm sorry.
Now take your shoes off so we can clean your feet.
That movie just put my ass on the ground and just gang initiated my ass. You come here thinking we're gonna be trying to make a real goddamn movie. I'm sorry.
Dropping them bees on you.
I'm sorry. You got me. I got.
All right, I'm sitting here like, what movie did he watch?
And I feel bad too, because I had to sit up here and say all this shit. I said, let me say all this serious shit. And I saw the disappointment in your eyes. It's like, what's wrong with this? Did Will Ferrell just mind him? Just mind rape this guy? I was like, man, it got to a point here where they did that first musical number and he started stuffing paper and socks in his crotch. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, her looking at him like, we really doing this?
She's like me. Shit, I thought we had some real shit earlier. Shit, she looking at him like we had a real scene. She's like, please don't do this. Please. She's like, you don't have to do this, Will. He's behind schedule. He's running around, scrambling everywhere. And I said, all right, here comes the hijinks.
Hey! Oh, can you go back? Stop the show, please.
I knew it. God damn, I knew it. I knew he was going to come in and do this. The moment that fool fell, the moment this fell, he brought the whole movie down with him. You know, for a moment I said, you know what? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was going to hold it together. And he just had to come. The moment I saw that set, I said, he's going to walk in and see that shit. He's going to be like, I can't resist. I got to tear up some shit for a laugh.
I got to admit, I was a little bit surprised by this. Because like you, I thought, all right, this has been goofy and kind of what I expect. You know, it's low-hanging fruit. But could have been worse. It did seem like they were actually going for something.
Now, I'm not going to say that he completely ruined the movie, but I'll be damned, he didn't put in an effort. If he didn't put in a gung-ho effort to try. I will say, fortunately, that was me, man. When I saw that shit, I was like, oh, shit. I know it. was I thinking.
I did love Pierce Brosnan in this. It's just not nearly enough of him.
He's all in. He had a great intro. And there was a moment they got back to him. And I pulled that thing we always do. Oh yeah, he's in this.
Yeah. Fortunately,
it takes a while for it to really ramp up to the weakest parts, to that real dumb shit. Because you got people come in to kind of distract Will Ferrell from just going ultimate Will in there. You got supporting characters who come in, like Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens, who's the Russian superstar singer Alexander Lemtov, who I have to say, man, he did make me laugh with his ambiguous sexuality.
Sure.
There were certain things in here that I laughed out loud from with Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens is great anyway. Now, what they're not showing you is that those backup dancers back there came right out his ass. They don't show them. They don't show them coming out the cheeks or anything. But I don't know where else they came from. There was one dude that just dropped from his nuts. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And the reason why I laughed because I was like, wait a minute, did I see what I just think? I was like, where these greased up dudes come from?
Well, throughout this movie, with this contest, they have so many people who really are real Eurovision singers.
Yeah.
That I kept wondering with his character. I was like, I wonder if he's like inspired or based on somebody who's real.
My wife was telling me that the festival or the contest is known now as a big gay thing too.
Oh yeah.
So that's why you see him like being kind of because you don't know his sexuality. He's always throwing you off. But there was a part, I'm not lying, y'all, there was a part where he opened up his legs like this, and a dude just came out. Like, did you remember that? I was like, what kind of black witchcraft is this? And it was like the dudes, like he just came out and did this, and then a bunch of like 4 guys came out from behind him, lubed up.
Yeah, like they were, before the music started, they were in the middle of a human centipede.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were oiled up just to slide out his ass on cue. Yeah, it was, I want to say this. Somebody said, what kind of gay magic is this? But that's the one that got me, the dude that fell from his balls and just came towards the camera. Like, God damn. That made me laugh so hard, man. I don't know, because it was unexpected.
Sure.
When the movie was weird in its own way, I was like, you don't have to be weird in this obnoxious yelling kind of way.
Right.
Do just weird little stuff like that. No. It's the real stuff.
No, son. I'm sorry. Did you look at the marquee before you came in here? You see who has top billing?
Yes, I did. And that's why I deserve every bit of fucking pain and shame that I got coming towards me right now. Because listen, there were things in here that I really wasn't impressed with. That's why I kept getting kind of pissed off that they had to keep getting stupid with this. Because looking at numbers in here, like the dance numbers in here, the musical numbers, I think they had some good production behind them.
Oh, yeah.
The musical numbers in here, they're actually pretty impressive. I mean, the movie's got some good production behind it. I was really impressed with that, man. Except for, when these dudes came out, they have so many black background characters in here that don't say shit except when they have to put some soul in the movie.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene in Iceland. I don't even know what they got a Negro there for anyway. It's like
well, he might have come from England.
Maybe, but you wouldn't know because he didn't say a fucking word.
Did he sing? He was.
Oh no, I'm talking about the Icelandic board.
Yeah. I was like, a black dude in Iceland on the board. What is this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't say a word. It's almost like he just kind of wandered onto the set, put on some hipster glasses, and hoped they wouldn't notice.
Yeah, like seriously, like one of the white people must have got sick, and they brought one of the grips on or something. Because that Negro behind, he don't say shit. Every white person at that table got at least you get to hear them say ha ha ha. That brother didn't say nothing. And when he opened up his mouth, like it was like I was like, damn. But when they needed some soul,
yeah,
they brought them black people singing their ass off, boy. Do you remember that one guy? They had a musical medley in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which was actually kind of cool. It was corny. It's kind of stupid because music is like there's a band out of nowhere.
It's kind of cool, except not because it's totally ripped out of Pitch Perfect.
Oh, it is completely
totally ripped out of Pitch Perfect. I was like, God damn. I mean, I guess him and Elizabeth, what's her name? Banks are friends. Because if they're not, if I was her, I'd be pissed.
You'd be mad. Yeah, they do a whole medley, you know, and it's almost like it is ripped off from
it's totally
Pitch Perfect because they ain't even using current music.
They using established music to have this medley with them going back and forth with each other, unrehearsed somehow.
And they have one scene. I wish I could have got that scene. So I wish I could have found that scene somewhere because they got all these Eurovision stars coming out and singing, and they had one girl going down the steps, and she starts singing, and then she passes one black dude who's just on the steps looking at her, and she looked. You remember she looked at him and said,
"Sing with me,
sing with me," like, "Yeah, doo doo da da." That brother woke up quick.
He did
because he was looking like he was kind of tipsy.
I know. Well, maybe he's looking at her like, "Oh, you goddamn right." I'll sing with you.
He woke his head like he saw that ass like, "Yeah, oh, get that ass, yeah." But they brought out in the contest, they had all these people coming out doing some really good numbers. Mm-hmm. And then they brought the black people out, and they did the most stereotypical, cliched number. They brought them out, and these fools, their lyrics were actually, "Gonna get my homeboys off the streets." It's like, God damn, is this a 80s anti-drug commercial right here?
That's it exactly. Because you look at it, and you saying the black people, I'm like, I think some of them might be black, but yeah, that's like Up With People raps.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually use those lyrics. "Gonna get my homeboys. Gonna get my homeboys." They might as well come out and just say, "I'm black and street. I'm black and street." It's like,
we didn't come to win. We just have a message.
I was like, damn, man. And the reason why they do this shit is because Eurovision is kind of a little racist. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, it's Europe, you know.
France came out they came out and representing for them was a band that was like, I think it was 5 people and 4 of them were black. And France was like, "Oh, this is our reputation. This is who you have represent us." And people like and like, what's wrong with it? They're not really French. Yeah. It was like, oh, you mean they ain't real? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha, my friend. Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I tell you who I was impressed by. If I got this person right, I don't know. That is Demi Lovato, right?
Yeah.
That was her acting in there, right? Yeah, that was. Yeah. That she was good.
I mean, there's a reason for her not to be good. She used to have her own show on Nickelodeon.
Did she? I did not know that.
Oh yeah, before you knew her as Demi Lovato, she was part of an ensemble cast. She had her own show.
Okay.
She was kind of a big deal.
No, I enjoyed her character in there. She went on too much, but I was like, this character's pretty good.
I mean, I guess she wasn't in it all that much.
No, man, I'm just trying to be nice.
Okay.
I'm trying to do something here, man. I tell you what the real problem.
I mean, she has a way of singing that's more of a screech, but you know, that's personal preference myself.
I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is here. Besides the obvious of what we've just said, it's not enough here to fill 2 hours. This shit is 2 hours and 3 minutes. Ain't enough here to fill 2 hours.
It's really not. You know, there's a romance plot, and there's a contest plot, and there's a sinister plot, and all that is still not enough for 2 hours. Like maybe the rejected jokes, but stuff from What We Do in the Shadows, which is a 22-minute show. 2 hours is way too much.
I'll give them an hour. I'll give you an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
If I give you an hour and a half, I'm gonna ask you for change. I'll tell you what's going on with this, man. Is that they like this shit right here. Look, they don't have enough to fill 2 hours, all right? They ain't got enough to fill an hour and a half. I tell you, hour and 15 minutes. I'll give you an hour and 20 if you really want to show another act doing something, you know, because your production is nice. But what do you do when you don't have enough time to fill 2 hours? You fill the rest of it in with Will Ferrell and his shtick.
Yeah.
You know, of him yelling for a laugh instead of telling a joke. Like this right here, there's a scene where he's in a giant hamster wheel. Why the would anybody want to put a stupid prop like that in their set for an international music contest? Why? Because at some point, he's going to do something dumb with it. But why? Because so this shit can become unhinged and roll off the stage so he can do some bumbling Will Ferrell shit. Don't think I'm sitting up here just trying to hate Will Ferrell. I actually like Will Ferrell. I think Will Ferrell is very funny. Like I said, on Saturday Night Live, he's hilarious. And I've seen him be a great actor too. But his whole thing is, his brand of comedy today is yelling. And that becomes a running joke to the movie, him yelling at things. There's a point in the movie where it's a running joke with American tourists.
Yeah.
And he's yelling cliches at them that are not funny. You know, he's going to the regular, the Starbucks, you know, a bunch of other shit I can't remember. You know, it's because they're forgettable.
There's a lot of stuff with him where it's, you know, if you do that once, it's funny. But if you keep doing it, it makes the first thing not funny anymore.
Oh, but Martin, if he keeps doing it, it's not funny. But the louder he says it, the funnier it gets. No. What it does give me, it makes me yell, shut the fuck up. It does, you know, that's his humor.
I know.
As long as I keep yelling it and get louder, it gets funnier. No, man. Yelling doesn't mean comedy. All the time. Sometimes it does. I do it sometimes, but no, I mean, there's a scene where he's yelling at everybody, and where he's talking about how he's going to have sex with everybody. I'm going to have sex with that guy on the iPad. I'm going to have sex with that guy over there behind the camera. And it's like, man, I don't know if you did this at first and just start saying it normally and nobody laughs, so that's why you keep yelling this shit, but you don't have to do it. It doesn't make it any funnier. There's just 45 minutes, and I'm gonna be nice to Will Ferrell. There's 45 minutes in the movie. It's not even his fault. It's just there's a 45-minute lag in this movie where nothing is really happening. Mm-hmm. To give an example, they have a running joke with a ghost in here that does not lend itself to the story at all. They do something in here with some mystical creatures, and I ain't gonna say anything, but you know where that's gonna go. I'm not hating this movie. I'm very frustrated with it because there are things in here that they could have done if they had kept it short. When you have that lag in a movie, you know, because there's some moments here where I laughed hard.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, that stuff with Dan Stevens. There's some things in here that caught me off guard where I laughed hard at it, man.
Because I think I got 2 laughs, but neither one was by Will Ferrell.
I didn't count my laughs, but I know I laughed like every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So I guess that averages out to about 4 times.
Okay.
I was laughing from fucking insanity by the end of by the time the credits were rolling. Just stop. Just fucking stop. You're done. Please let me go. I got a life. I got a family. Please. You know, I don't think it's a terrible film, man. I think it's just right for where it is on Netflix. But the laughs in this movie should not be spread out like that. Mm-mm. They should be coming one after another. Mm-hmm. If you gotta wait, if between laughs you gotta wait and you are possibly checking your phone, then that's not a successful comedy to me. That's it's passable at best. I give it a rental. I mean, it's like I said, you'll probably watch it, but be prepared to like start getting distracted. Take a break, go get something to eat, and while you go get something to eat, don't put it on pause because you ain't gonna really miss nothing.
The whole idea of like, well, let's make fun of people from Iceland. It's like, well, nobody's talking about them. That's not like any kind of target that people like, yeah, finally give it to those fucks. Oh, no. It's all about the Eurovision contest. Well, are you making fun of it or are you showcasing it? Because you're sort of half-assed doing both, but not really. And as far as the comedy goes, like say even if you like Will Ferrell, if you're somebody who's still like, man, I love me some Will Ferrell movies. Well, if you've seen one, you've already seen this one. Actually, the one thing I found funny was, like I talked about the 3 different plots they had going on. Mm-hmm. The actual sinister plot, like the guy, the villain, his motivation. I thought that was hilarious.
Okay, see, that's one of the big laughs that I had. The villain in here caught me off guard, and the way he just became so villainous.
Yeah. I mean, from the beginning, I could kind of figure out what he was up to, but at the end, when he was just like, he wasn't going to try to be smooth about it no more.
You know what? He wasn't even being a villain. He was just tired of this shit. He was tired of Will Ferrell.
Exactly.
He said, "I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of you."
I mean, I totally was on his side because he was like trying to tell everybody, like, this is not going to work out if we go through it. But it's a low rental for me.
Yeah. Yeah, not some old bullshit.
No.
Like I said, I did get some laughs, and I give.
I mean, these hard times, maybe you just want a goofy laugh.
Yeah. Good luck.
I mean, yeah, I know.